Okay, we are live. Thanks, Jeff.
Okay, my pleasure. Good morning, everybody. Um, we are starting the second, day two of the finals of the USA2 mixed, and the Dinkin team has some wood to chop. They are down significantly, and they know it. So we will see how they go about trying to pick up some imps here. Generally speaking, wild swinging doesn't work. You want to find places to give gentle little pushes and, see if you can get your opponents to go wrong. It's obviously, they've got a big hill to climb here, and we'll see how this goes. So on the first hand, oh, right, Olivia and Sam play some artificial stuff. And my understanding is that we might get Michael Schuster in here to sort of interpret for us at some point.
Interesting choice for North, whether to reopen with a double, or as you see, Olivia didn't define her hand on the first bid, and so felt a stronger need to show spades naturally.
Exactly. And of course, Ron is going to try to find greener pastures, and that seems pretty straightforward. Not sure he's going to find them, but so now let's see here. In 3-no trump. Let's see here, 1, 2. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So it certainly looks like 3-no trump is going to make.
Yeah, 4 spades, 2 diamonds, ace of hearts, ace of clubs should be pretty easy.
Exactly. And over here,
Yoko passed 2 hearts redoubled.
That's not going to work well. Oh dear. Yes, it appears that she did. Oh, I see. They've moved away from 3-no trump. They're now, let's see, 1, 2, 4 spades. It looks like, well, let's see here. Now they have different issues. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 4 spades is certainly more challenging than 3-no trump would have been.
I mean, she can throw a heart loser on the ace king of clubs, but she can't take a diamond rough right away, or probably at all.
Right.
So she's at risk of losing 3 diamonds and a spade.
So if Migri over roughs here and leads her last club, and Andrew roughs it and leads another thing, so that's 1, 2. So they're getting 3 more tricks. Hey.
Yeah, the left side is just murder city. I think maybe if Olivia plays ace of hearts and a heart, that gives her 1 diamond discard on a club and 1 diamond discard on the queen of hearts. Oh no, the ace of hearts gets roughed. No, never mind.
Right.
Okay, my guess is that 4 spades is going to go down where 3-0 would have made in some comfort.
Right, but it looks like the result over here is almost irrelevant.
2,200.
They've gone for 2,200. Oh dear. Okay, so let's see here. Olivia's doing well by playing trumps. Yep. So she's.
And I think on a more reasonable diamond break, this would work just fine. But on this hand, it may not.
Well, now.
Ooh.
Now it's over, of course. Right, so in fact, she's going to take 11 tricks there.
Yeah, just losing 1 more diamond. Yep.
Right.
Morning, Michael. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. Okay, there my video goes.
Hey, Michael, good morning.
Just get the,
You missed the crime scene on the left on board 1.
no,
Yeah.
Am I happy that I missed that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened. 18 imps. That's a lot of imps. 2 hearts.
Yoko passed Ron Smith's SOS redouble, and that turned out to be the wrong choice.
It is the Ballad of Ron and Yoko.
Yeah. So now what?
2,200 is a big number. Okay, then. Well, I mean, it's not like those 18 imps are likely to cost them the match.
No. But I mean, it's not, it makes it harder. It definitely makes it harder to, stage a comeback.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're not thinking that they're out of it down 150, and going to down 170 makes it worse.
Right.
I guess that may actually be a factor. If Yoko thought, here's a chance for a big swing and we need big swings.
Well, she got a big swing, all right. I mean, it's not like 3 clubs is a picnic.
Right. I mean, 3 clubs was not going to do well, so.
How did the auction go the other way? Now, East also overcalled 2 hearts, just weak in that. Oh, yeah, just weaker because of the artificial diamond. But, yeah, I mean, North reasonably just bid her suit.
So I haven't really. So.
I wonder about Ron redoubling there, though, as opposed to just letting it go or running to 2-0 trump, which presumably would have been for the minors. I mean, also, maybe 2-0 is natural there. I guess redouble is definitely not natural.
Yeah,
All
redouble. Right. Redouble has to be. Let's find something else.
Maybe if you have really detailed agreements, one of those 2 options emphasizes clubs and one emphasizes diamonds, but I doubt they have that level of discussion.
All right, well, Ron has come down to a pair of kings.
Yoko just needs to not try for an over trick here. I mean, just rough ace. Well done.
The hand has 2 top clubs and a spade to lose and a little bit of handling, more than a little bit of handling. So North having the singleton 4 of spades instead of the 9 or 10, that a little bit maybe kind of what you need. All right, it's early in the morning for all of us. I need to wake myself up and get some good analysis in here.
So Amber is still considering 4 spades at trick 1, apparently.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like your only chance is a cross rough.
Right. Yoko took a very sensible line where she went off on cross rough line. She played ace of hearts, king of hearts, rough to heart, let a club. And just eventually came to 10 tricks because South obviously can't ever play spades profitably.
So it went like club North put in a spot, I would assume. Although even the 7 is good enough. So South puts up the king, East puts up the king, South wins the ace of clubs. Can't get to partner's hand very easily, so probably leads a diamond, which doesn't hurt Declare at all.
I think that's exactly what happened.
North can win the next club and play a trump, but that's too little too late.
Right.
It looks like Amber's taking the same line.
Yep.
So if you give up on your trump trick in this position, you could get 2 rounds led, and I think that's good enough. But it feels very unnatural to lead away from the queen 10 9 of spades, but maybe it's just the right thing to do. So you lead a spade into the jaws, and then you win the next club and lead another spade, and Declare just has one too many losers.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Kit.
Hey, kid.
Welcome.
Good morning, Kit.
Good morning.
Well, 2 spades in the open room appears to be presenting Declare with no trouble at all.
Now, what has happened? What has happened? I may have missed something to serve to focus my attention. It looks like Amber is a trick short here, isn't she? What happened in this room that didn't happen? I mean, they have shifted to a trump.
Right, but
So
they
she
played a
has-
second round of clubs already, so she doesn't need to lose the lead again.
Right, but she's lost 2 tricks, and isn't she going to lose like a spade and one of her things?
Okay, so let's say she
has lost 2 clubs. She has 3
wins
losers.
the king of spades, roughs a diamond, roughs a club, roughs a diamond, roughs a heart, roughs a diamond, and South's followed to all of that. And then
So
then she
she's
has
got
to
to figure,
club and
so
so
she's
it's
gonna have
trump
to
tight.
stuff, right, she's gonna have to stuff Sam with a heart to,
Well, with the 13th or with the last round of clubs, South will be forced to ruff it in the 3-card end position, and then lead into the ace jack of spades. I guess she has to play it that way.
well, no, I mean, just win the spade, ruff a diamond, ruff a club, ruff a diamond, ruff a club, ruff a diamond. And now in the 3-card ending, she has to lead the heart, and Sam wins and leads the spade.
Well, when you lead the club, the Sam can pitch a diamond. So you have to ruff in the heart, Sam follows. I'm not sure if that guarantees your defeat, but Sam could then over ruff the diamond.
No, I see. So she has to well, now she's played the jack of spades.
Okay, which jack of spades move. Well, the jack of spades seemed like an important card for the end play.
Right. I mean, now she's just simply going down, isn't she?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Or she's just down.
She basically elopes with both her small trumps. She roughs the diamond here. And if she gets to ruff a heart to dummy, then she swings her 8 of trumps on the last diamond.
She's got to ruff the right thing now.
So she makes it on a compression play. But now Sam can pitch his diamond or ruff and return a trump. Either way.
Yeah, I didn't watch this hand closely enough at the other table. What was it that happened at the other table that didn't happen here?
So I was just getting here when they started it.
Right, I know, and I wasn't really watching because I was watching the other four space.
Yoko was declaring, and they led a diamond, which seems which should help her timing actually. And she played ace king of hearts, ruffed a heart, and played a club to the king and the ace. And in this position, Migri can actually beat it by leading away from our queen 10-9 of spades. She'll be able to lead 2 rounds of spades. But she played the queen of hearts, and Declare pitched the remaining club from dummy, the loser on loser play, which was a really good play by Yoko. And now she was able to cross ruff diamonds and clubs.
Yep.
And separate her ace king of trumps in the end position.
So the difference is the North never got in to play a trump through, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Hi again.
Re-hi, Kit. We're stumbling through the analysis without your help here, so.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I'm now. I wasn't paying enough attention. That has stopped now. Okay, so 4 spades.
I don't know. Which hand are you talking about? There are 2 hands up here.
It's board 2.
We're talking about one that isn't up on the screen at all anymore.
So board 3, a lot of players over a strong no trump would start with Stamen and then bid 2 spades to show a distributional light spade invite, which seems to fit the east hand exactly. But it appears that neither of these pairs are using that method. And 4 spades, because of the good mesh and good breaks, or good enough breaks, looks like it's on. Queen jack of spades are kind of golden.
Right.
But it's not normal to get there. And Juan and Yoko just went down in 4 spades on board 4. Looks like it's off 4 tricks. So.
Yep.
And board 5 has a lot of diamonds coming into the west hand and favorable vulnerability. So partner's going to open in front of him.
And South will presumably show both majors. This will be interesting.
So 1 club, 2 clubs. I mean, it seems like you just bid 5 diamonds here because you're going to have to do that sooner or later.
I would think so.
Which, of course, will be exclusion Blackwood for this pair, and they'll be off.
Yeah.
So if you're going to play oddball conventions like exclusion key card, which maybe is less oddball nowadays than it used to be, you just need really good agreements as to when they apply. Even for things like fit showing jump shifts, simple rules like a jump to game by an unpassed hand is always natural can help clarify some auctions.
Right. And clearly, at from low levels, presumably we always have the ability to set trumps. I mean, even if they're just playing unusual over unusual, something very primitive, I mean, you can just bid 2 hearts and then bid 5 diamonds.
Yes. So the real question is whether South doubles 5 diamonds, because they have a pretty sound 2 club bid, 16 high card points and 3 quick tricks. They have doubled it.
Yeah, and I'm sure Andrew's going to just pass.
Yeah, he does have fitting cards in both majors, but it is the 5 level.
Yeah, this is not. I mean, plus he's up big. I mean, we want boards that are not calamities. Just pass 5 clubs, double, take what you get. Pass 5 diamonds, double, take what you get, move on.
Now, my experience playing against Rosenthal is he's a very strong player in his own right.
I think so. Yeah, he's a fine player.
So does Declare have any hope of avoiding one of their losers? The Jack 10 of clubs are on side. Maybe that helps if you can figure it out. Or the Ace of clubs is doubles and offside. But with the Queen of spades on side, the loser you're avoiding is one you're finessing anyways.
Right.
I guess he's going to rough another heart is why he drew Trump's ending in dummy. Meanwhile, 2 spades, 3 diamonds, 4 spades. 4 spades got doubled by East-West in the closed room. This went down a trick, losing, I guess it.
Diamond, 2 hearts in a club.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to have any real plays, the cards like.
I guess the question is whether they can get it a second under trick, which is pretty huge with it doubled. I think they're just going to have to help Declare out at some point, and that's going to cost them.
Oh, Declare can just draw Trump and ride the 10 of hearts.
Yeah. Well, that puts them in a position to help Declare out, right? In fact, Declare could draw trumps and play Ace King and a club. Also, if they rough out the diamonds. Well, this will quicken the play.
Yeah.
Certainly a logical shift. The partner didn't provide the 10 of hearts, but from Olivia's point of view, it might have been necessary. Declare his clubs are better, and they just have to cash 3 heart tricks.
There's no chance Sam is underleading the Queen of Hearts at this trick. Okay. That could have been bad because then you get tucked back in with it to lead away from the Queen of Clubs.
Right.
Certainly no reason for him to do that.
Chris Chris is probably just asking his screen mate if he's making the contract or not. Since we're in the same room. Draw trump, cash the ace of clubs, draw off a diamond to my hand, and do I make it? Oh, I guess he's going to show up squeeze north. All right, that's better. Not that the queen of clubs could be doubled and offside.
That would give North about 15 cards.
I've played people that have 15 card hands in the past.
Sometimes people have
Never
15
worked.
cards. You know, what can you do?
So yeah, when you see a claim like that, when there's still cards to play or things to happen, it's because someone in the room has spoken about the hand out loud and been told.
Yeah, Sam probably just told him, I've got the guarded queen of clubs.
And part of that is the reason why some pairs can be a lot faster than other pairs. If they're doing a good job of getting the claims quicker, can add a lot of speed.
Mike, does Olivia have any flexibility to upgrade that 7 count to an 8 count and open it?
No. If it would need 10 cards and 2 suits, or it would run afoul of the open chart or the open plus chart that they're playing under. So even though that's a really good 7 count, she just can't do it. I mean, she could open 2 clubs with it legally, because that's not a 1 bid. But the agreement on unfavorable vulnerability is that the opening 2 clubs and 2 diamonds show 10 to 14 and a 6 card suit with no 4 card major.
Well, the 8 to 9 openings, doesn't that have to be a major, one of a major?
Yeah, the light openings are a major. So, or 2 of a minor in when you're not vulnerable.
No, I'm talking about the outlawed bids. You know, the one of the major.
Right.
Openings.
Yeah, so there's no wiggle room on those. The charts do not allow for judgment and upgrading and downgrading. Well, downgrading you can. There's no room for judgment to upgrade a good 11 count. It's specifically if it has 10 cards and 2 suits, you can upgrade it. And with 11 cards and 2 suits, you could even upgrade a 6 count. But otherwise, you're just stuck with at least 8 high card points. The auction is started the same way: 1 club, 2 clubs, 5 diamonds. I expect Sam will double 5 diamonds also. And I would assume Olivia is going to pass it, but if she bids, can you make? It looks like you might be able to make.
You might be able to make. Actually, yeah. No, I'm not sure. Yeah.
You only have the 1 dummy entry with the ace of hearts, but you could play spades out of your hand first and then like low to the 10 and then take a spade finesse with the queen.
Well, it depends which suit you're playing in. Trump suit.
Right. And you also kind of want to lead up to the king of clubs at some point, or because leading away from it would be bad.
Anyway, I think it's academic.
Yeah.
I can't remember. She's not going to. Oh, and she has passed.
Okay.
So in the other room, they went down 2.
And I mean, you're just going to lose a trick in each. So,
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be anything that can really happen. Famous last words.
I would lead a spade from the north hand on this auction, but the ace of hearts is certainly a reasonable lead as well.
Well, if he leads the spade and declare plays small from dummy. Now,
Yeah, you need to put in the 9.
Sam would have to put in the 9.
Maybe you're supposed to lead the queen of spades or the ace of hearts.
I think either the ace of hearts or a trump is a practical approach.
Yeah, I liked the trump lead at the other table.
I'd be a little scared that Dummy's going to show up with the ace, king, queen of clubs, and they're going to pitch a major suit loser or two away on the clubs.
Yeah, I like the ace of hearts lead. So somehow one can defend these hands a little better when you see 26 cards.
So in the open room, East-West have a rather large club fit, and the majority of the high card points, North-South, are preempting in spades. East-West have to lose 2 spades and a diamond, so they cannot make 5 clubs, it appears at first glance.
Although they'll just 5 clubs seems a bit much.
Yeah.
On a better day, it could have made. You're sort of betting this a two-way shot, like maybe they can make 4 spades. But I think 4 clubs would be quite sufficient.
I don't hate 5 clubs. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, bidding 4 clubs, you'd feel a little sad selling to 4 spades. But I guess without a singleton, you're really not supposed to be at the 5 level anyways.
Well, you could just have a ridiculous number of losers, and maybe 4 spades will go down.
I mean, I guess it looks like they're going to have to defend. I mean, I guess 4 spades is actually making on this hand, or can be made.
4 spades can make.
So regards a diamond and a club, it looks like the defense gets everything.
Oh, I thought I may have missed. I thought.
Yeah, Migri isn't voiding clubs.
Okay, I thought maybe it was voiding clubs. Okay.
In fact, the defense could get a heart rough as well to beat 3 spades. And
Right, I thought they had to play a diamond over and then get a heart rough to beat 4. But yeah,
I think it'll be a 1-0 trump opening at the other table for Olivia and Sam. Not sure how that twists the auction, but East may double 1-0 trump. South has the old 3-suiter shortened clubs. You run 2 clubs naturally and then redouble it. Maybe North-South wind up playing 2 clubs on their 2-1 fit. My style with Sam has been to not run from 1-0 trump doubled unless we have a 5-card suit in the direct seat, to allow opener to redouble to show their long suit if they want to escape to it.
How distorted can openers shape be for a 1-0 opener?
4-4-4-1 with any singleton is possible, and 6-3-3-1 with a stiff major is possible, as long as it's a 6-card minor, and they can show those shapes in their relay after 1-0 trump. And there's no requirement in the partnership for the singleton to be an honor. Now, if the match was not out of hand, I would expect that a lot of those hands would not be opened 1-0 trump, because it's not a great bid with a singleton. And I really hate opening 1-0 trump with a singleton in those suit-oriented patterns.
You just find some other lie.
Well, we can show it after an opening 1 club.
Oh, you can. Oh,
Yeah, so there's no reason that they don't need to be open 1-0 trump. It's sort of just an option. And I think the option is really for situations like this where you're trying to generate a swing to open an off shape 1-0 trump.
oh, I see. Okay, so basically, you could have any shape for a one club bid. Basic, in essence, that you just
Yes.
chose not to open something else.
The only shapes you're really not supposed to have for one club are the shapes that can open 2 hearts or 2 spades.
Yeah. Okay.
And if Sam decided he had a 13 count, what would he do?
So you're talking about board 7. So that's
No, board 6. South's opening 1-0 trump. That's a nice 12 count. If he thought it was 13, what would he do?
So he'd have to open a club. And the 10 to 12s, and I like to upgrade out of 10 to 12s because I sort of feel like they should be hands that would not have been opened with a 1 bid in 1990. It's sort of my standard for a 10 to 12 no trump. But Sam doesn't really upgrade out of 10 to 12 no trumps very frequently. But it's not like one club is a picnic bearing your ace, king, jack, 5th either. They both bury your hearts. In this hand, not so sad to bury them, but.
So apparently here the 2 spade bid shows spades in a minor, and holding a stiff spade, Amber decided to play in the minor.
So 1-0 trump seems to have been a very effective call because East-West are in a rather silly contract.
Yeah, the bidding in the other room was 1 heart, 1 spade, swish.
The Jack 10-9 of spades or tripleton, but you couldn't quite get the Jack 10-9 8 of spades to be tripleton. 7 of spades, not quite good.
That's unlucky.
You need a lot of luck for that to happen. So it looks like there's a Texas auction, got a lead directing double in the other room.
And with 2 small diamonds, mid passed, which I agree with.
The diamonds, you'll notice the diamond suit is frozen for the defense, which means that if either defender leads a diamond, they lose a trick in the suit.
Right, so Andrew can play spades, I guess, and eventually gen up a diamond pitch.
It's a pretty good heart holding to have partner Texas into it.
Yes.
That eventually is a long time away. You basically have to lose 2 spade tricks, load up the queen, load of the jack, and then take a roughing finesse and have the entries to do all this.
That's true.
Well, no, actually, you can just draw trumps, strip out the clubs, and play 1 round of spades. That'll do it. And West had played. West will lead a diamond, and now you have to guess the diamonds.
After the double, it's not really a guess.
Yeah.
I think it'll be an easy guess, I think. West is a passed hand.
Meanwhile, the defense is in the process of drawing trumps, but North has lost their spade 8. They no longer have a spade guard. I didn't follow the play. What happened to North must have pitched spades on the hearts, not seeing the value of their 8/4 of spades as a stopper, which is understandable. All right, so now we have the hand where I think North open. Oh no, they're in 3rd seat, so he'll open 2 spades in 3rd seat, or she'll open 2 spades in 3rd seat if she opens at all.
Well, she certainly will open, won't she? Actually, I guess she doesn't have to.
System bid is actually pass. The system is 2 spades if you're going to open, otherwise it's a pass.
I'd hate to be playing a system where the system bid is passed.
Well, I mean, if you're opening all your 8 counts in front of you,
That goes against my grain.
that's a pretty bad hand sitting opposite a passed hand in the Dinkin method.
Okay, so on the left-hand side of the screen, gun is predicted, declares through trumps, strip the spades, threw him into the, I stripped the clubs, threw him into the spade,
And guess diamonds.
diamond, and declare guessed right. Perhaps somewhat helped by the double.
You know, if it feels a little awkward sometimes in pair games where you don't have the luxury of the sort of thorough disclosure you get here in these events, when it goes pass and we know that we're passing most 13 counts and some 14 counts in third seat, that's not an alert, and getting the disclosure to the opponents when they're declaring can be a bit of a challenge. I've seen people get hands wrong that they perhaps should have gotten right if they knew that we could pass such a strong hand in third position.
Well, I mean, your willingness to pass is more bridge logic than anything else. In other words, if the opponents know you basically open all 10 counts.
That disclosure on that one club is just flat out wrong. 13 to 17 artificial is supposed to be unbalanced if less than 15, but can make exceptions. There's no other one level opening there. No, you actually can't make exceptions. It is.
Well, I mean, it seems to me she doesn't have to write a book. I mean, because you can explain it to your screen mate.
Well, but she should give the actual agreement. That is not a one club opening bid in the system. That's an asystemic one club bid. The actual agreement is 13 to 17 unbalanced, no 5-card major. It's actually really 14 to 17 unbalanced, no 5-card major.
So I'm curious, opposite the one club bid, assuming East does something, what do your bids generally mean? Generally doubles takeout and bids are natural, or what?
Yeah, so the third seat one club is actually fairly infrequent, except for when Olivia's playing.
No, I'm just talking about generally.
We just treat it as if it was a first or second seat one club, so we just bid the same way over it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's what I meant. In other words, it goes one club, first or second seat. Some overcall, what is double, like takeout or something?
It depends what the overcall was. If it was one diamond or one heart, then the double shows the next higher suit. If the overcall was one spade, then it's or higher, then it's a negative double, or one no trumps is a penalty double.
Okay.
West's redouble values. On most auctions, doubleton club, but here no Q, so undiscussed. Okay.
Anyway, Chris has did only 4 clubs, which is about what they make.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, East is opposite a passed hand partner and doesn't have any singletons, so no reason to carry on. Should be a small swing back to Rosenthal, which should just about even up the set. Dinkin had lost 18 on the very first board and then had clawed back 20 over the next 5. The open room.
For those of you that tuned in late, board one was a disaster for the Dinkin team, where on the green room, Ron and Yoko played in 2 hearts, redoubled, going down 5, 2200.
Yeah, 2200 is not a number you normally see in the late stages of knockout events, or in fact, at all in any events. So 3 spades is drifted off a trick. I missed the play, so I don't know if that was interesting.
It's about what would be expected on the hand.
Four clubs should make without any worries.
Well, there are worries. Both Ritz and finesses might be off.
Well, they've already won one of them, so at this point, I'll make without worries.
Ah, okay.
Oh no, they lost one already, so they still
Lost one of them.
They still have to sweat the hard finesse.
So a classic problem on the left-hand side of the screen, does Yoko rebid one no trump or raise to 2 spades? It's only a balanced hand, but it's a worthless doubleton in hearts. And partner, if partner has 4 hearts, partner has 5 spades. And if partner doesn't have 4 hearts, hearts could be a soft spot for no trump. So the raise is probably the best bid.
Yeah, I like the spade raise, and spades is best. You only appear to have 3 losers, but you have a lot of work to do with those 3 hearts to get rid of in the West hand. 2 spades is plenty high.
Well, you need the club finesse on to begin with, and you need a 3-2 spades split.
Wow, Ron has made a game try with 3 clubs over 2 spades, which seems hyper aggressive after partners open my singleton and I have an 8 count, only 5 spades. Yoko will love her hand opposite a club game try.
It's a help suit game try. I'm not sure I understand. Making a help suit game try with a 3 small suit. I mean, partner's going to like a holding like queen third or something.
No one really knows what a help suit game try is anyways, so I really like natural game tries instead.
I don't see how he can. Well, maybe he can come up.
There's a lot of work to do in here.
Oh, he's got
4,
well, no, actually, he can make it. I think he can take 5 spade tricks, 3 club tricks, 1 diamond trick, and 1 heart trick. No.
Well, if he makes it, they don't rate to be in game at the other table, so just a lot going to ride on whether he take those 10 tricks.
That's certainly true. It seems that he can basically time it to duck a heart, go after the clubs. Even if the opponents get a club rough, it's with the long trump, so that's okay for him.
Right.
If he tries to,
he's going to duck the heart first. Yeah, right. Trying the jack just in case the king queen are outside. Now he'll rush this and play a club up. I think it's going to make.
After the 10 of clubs holds, he cross to a heart and take another. This is why I kind of would have wanted to start clubs with a 9.
Well, doesn't matter much. I think he crosses to a heart and leads another club up. There's not much the defense can do.
Well, the bouncing ball turned red when you played a heart.
wait a minute. This might not work. Didn't leave another club up. I think he had to. Because now he can get uppercut on the fourth round of
North's out of hearts, but South has a trump entry to cash one. There's no late entry to the long club. This looks like just 9 tricks.
Isn't he? Yeah, he just gave up on the hand. Well, North has to duck the club. Whoa! Now we made it.
North can still beat it by playing another club here.
Rough. They can just rough and cash a
Oh,
heart.
he can just rough.
Yeah, he can't make this hand now.
Oh, no, sorry,
Oh,
he can't.
now he can make it. Oh no, maybe not.
No, he can't
Still
make
can't
it.
make it. Still can't make it.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Ron didn't follow through. It looked like he was doing everything just right.
All right, in the other room, Olivia has opened 2 hearts on the north end, this systemic bid with that pattern. And Sam has embarked on a relay starting with 2 spades.
Well, why would Sam bother relaying with this hand? I don't understand.
Okay, so Sam is very, very thorough about exhausting slam possibilities. He's thinking to himself, well, his partner has a spade void and 4 clubs, then maybe I can make a slam, is probably what he was thinking.
Even if partner has that, I don't see where 12 tricks to come.
Well, remember, 2 hearts is intermediate.
No, I understand it's intermediate, but even still, well, I guess it's possible.
So he's thinking like ace, king, 4th of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and a spade void, he can make slam.
Yeah.
I'm the one in the partnership that likes to just bid game and make them bid above the game when I'm bidding it on a variety of hands so that they're doing more guessing. But Sam does not like missing slams. So if he thinks that there's still a case where you can make a slam, he will continue to investigate until he can rule it out.
Well, the play will certainly go the same way.
I hope so. And it would be careless to not have it go the same way.
Well, but Olivia has to guess the diamond. She doesn't.
Well, she's doing a lurker check here in hearts. I know her suit seemed like it was only 5 cards long, but it did have 6 cards.
Well, she can afford the 3rd round of hearts. Going to get to the same position.
She's on a blind guessing diamonds. No double will help her.
Well, the only information she has is that Chris is a past 10. Now, she won't necessarily know what the spade position is. I mean, Amber could have the ace of spades. But I think the percentage play is to play low because if Chris has the king of spades, he definitely doesn't have the ace of diamonds. While if Amber has the king of spades, then the diamonds could be either way. So I think on that logic, the percentage is to play small.
Now, do you think that in other words, let's just say that Chris was essentially defending double dummy. Was the play to get declare to go wrong to win the ace of spades or the king?
I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. I would tend to win the king because partner.
Because Amber might duck the ace of spades, but might not duck the king.
Right. Although I don't see why Amber would have a problem with either.
So I have a different take on that one. I was dealt the jack of diamonds and dummy for a reason, and I've managed to end play right-hand opponent to leverage it. So that's a more fun play to play low, because anyone can lead up to the king. Doesn't take any talent at all.
I'm not quite sure I follow that logic.
Yeah, I don't either. But I thought he was sort of funny.
I mean, anybody can strip the hand and lead a spade to the queen. You know, it's a baby line of play.
You should come to my local club and play sometime, Kit.
Well, we're not playing this event in your local club.
So let's see. So Olivia is, this is a hand that with the 6-card suit and 2 aces, I think Olivia could have upgraded to 2 hearts instead of 1 heart.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering about that. I guess she just follows the point count pretty strictly.
Yeah, it's very heavy for 1 heart. Feels like you're going to miss some games when partner could be playing you for 4-3-3-8 count. You have this sort of a hand. It's not going to cost here.
Oh, plus the 2 heart bid is more preemptive.
It's more preemptive
and descriptive of a long suit.
Well, plus it's going to cost because they've sold to 2 spades.
Well, you probably were always selling the 2 spades.
That's true. At the other table, they drove themselves to 3 spades.
Well, no, it did cost because if she had opened 2 hearts, it would pass 2 spades.
Probably would go 3 spades.
And Amber would have to raise.
And in fact, in that auction, South might even double it. It's close. The 2 heart opening bid usually has a fair bit of defense, and that hand does have some defense. And one of the benefits of opening those 2 bids is the opponents often wind up too high when they compete.
I don't think South would double 3 spades.
I'd wait for them to get to 4 and I'd double it.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, no kidding. I mean, doubling 3, running into extra distribution on the defense. I mean,
You want to double them in the game, especially when they were about to bid 1 more.
Partner could have a spade void for all Sam knows. I mean, doubling. I mean, let's put it this way. I'm a little nervous doubling 3 spades on a hand which I personally can't beat a small slam.
The hands with a spade void probably would have doubled 2 spades. Go 2 hearts, pass, 2 spades, double.
Well, I mean, I don't know your methods that well, but I think doubling 3 spades.
Those would be like 6-4-3 hands.
Is very bad odds. And if nothing else, it might even tell Declare how to play the hand.
It might, yeah. Certainly at match points, I would consider doubling 3 spades anyways, but not at imps.
Oh, match points, sure you double. Why not? They make 140, you're going to get a lousy result anyway, so go for the gut stuff.
Now on board 12, the cards lie favorably enough so that North-South can in fact make their red game. It's not a great game, and Andrew and Migri have stayed out of it. In fact, it's a fairly terrible game, but it does make. Just looking for imps flying around for the Dinkin team. Here's
what? Excuse me. Why is it so terrible?
Well, I mean, they could just start with 3. They could just take the first 4 tricks. I mean,
what first 4 tricks?
Club rough and
I mean, just 2 clubs, a rough, and a heart.
Oh, we're worried about a 5-2 club split.
Or also trumps could be 3-1 or worse.
Oh, yeah, trumps could be 3-1. But basically, it's about a 40% game, so it's not a big deal either way. I mean, even if they have a club rough coming on the go, that means they have to have the hand to lead the clubs, which is not likely.
Right. I mean, it's true. They have to find it. And although, I mean, whatever. I'm just saying, even if trumps are 2-2, you haven't made the hand yet.
It may be troublesome hand for North-South because that's a weak no trump in the North-South methods. And South may just sign off in hearts.
Well, Two
South
hearts
could
will
invite
make.
with both majors too,
Well,
but
well, two hearts will make. It's not a trouble, yeah.
right, but it's not four spades. So that two hearts won't make 620.
No. But they
And
don't
yeah, I see
have
East
to.
West have stopped in two spades on board 10 in the other room, which seems sort of they used a responders reverse Flannery auction, and East picked spades, and West had no reason to do anything more. Responders reverse Flannery is when you respond two hearts to show five spades and four hearts, and basically less than an invite. Usually two spades shows the same pattern with invitational values.
So Rosenthal is going to pick up 6 or 7 on this hand.
Yeah, probably only 6 because
Probably 6, yeah, exactly.
Chris is not going to be playing to make 10 tricks. He'll just make sure of getting his heart roughs in dummy.
Yeah, he's going to duck a heart and cross rough some things.
Yeah.
He may play a club towards the king at some point even.
Oh yeah, he'll play a club up certainly. But he's not going to be. I mean, he might fall into 10 tricks, but he won't be taking the line of play for 10 tricks initially.
So Miggery in the open room has to respond to one club with 3, 1, 5, 4 and good clubs and mediocre diamonds. I think she has to choose between raising clubs or bidding one diamond.
Now, raising clubs, if it's somewhere a range, certainly looks more attractive because clubs has to be as good a trump suit as diamonds. Why not set the trump suit? But I don't know what the range is. If she plays inverted minor raises, she's sort of in between a 1 club, 2 club bid and a 3 club bid.
I think they play natural club raises because she alerted the one diamond is sometimes 3. And I seem to remember from a previous set that the one diamond was alerted as could be short if with invitational values and clubs. I think that was this partnership.
Oh, I see.
So they may play just 1 club, 2 clubs as a club raise, and 1 club, 3 clubs as a weak club raise.
And this is now a support double of diamonds, presumably?
Yeah, I'm sure
Yes,
that's what it is. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, it's a support double. You alerted that.
From South's perspective, partner could be, say, 3, 4, 3, 3, and diamonds could be your 8-card fit.
Yeah, I guess that is possible.
Now, since one diamond could have been 3, I suspect she can't really go back and bid clubs now because then it'll make her diamond bid seem even more suspect. Yeah, and she has indeed competed to just the known fit of diamonds rather than trying to confuse the issue with 3 clubs.
Oh yeah,
The issue.
no reason to. Anyway, East West have barreled into 4 hearts, which has a few flaws.
Chris is indeed starting clubs with a 9. He won the opening lead and let a low trump away from the ace to his hand in order to start with the 9 of clubs. I think he's going to wind up coming to 10 tricks on this line of play.
Right, because Sam is never going to get on lead at this point to play with, I mean, whatever, the rough's coming with the 3 chops, so.
I don't think he knows he's just playing for over tricks now. And that he probably was when he saw the dummy.
East West have gotten all the way to 4 hearts here.
Yeah, I don't like Ron's 4-heart call. I mean, how can it hurt to invite? Partner knows they still pay that vulnerable game bonus, so partner's going to accept on any excuse. So if partner isn't accepting, I don't see how there can be 10 tricks.
Partner's king of diamonds certainly wasn't pulling its full value when you had a potentially finessable king of diamonds if it was on your right.
Yeah, but so what? Maybe it could have been the king of clubs. Would that have been better? I mean,
well, put it this way: if he'd invited, they could have gotten to 3 hearts and gone down there.
well, yeah, that's always true, but the 3 hearts down 1 is better than 4 hearts down 2. That's my point. If partner isn't accepting a game try, can game really make? This is something I see experts do all the time. They say, well, there's a reasonable chance to make a game and it's vulnerable, so I'll bid it. Without saying, well, wait a minute. If we're making a game, partner would accept the game try. So why not just make a game try? And then
So yes,
rejects.
There is a time when you do just bid game in those positions is when partner wouldn't know what to accept a game try with. Like you need the right queen and jack and partner will just never know.
Oh, that is true. But here, if partner rejects, you ain't making a game.
Right. And it's important to know the difference when you're bidding between those two cases where sometimes you make a game try and all you're doing is making a torture bid to put transfer blame onto partner for missing the game, when partner would never know the right queen and jack when they held.
And Chris did in fact make 10 tricks, so that makes 7 inch for the Rosenthal team. Which, I mean, the moment he floated the 9 of clubs, we knew he was making 10 tricks.
So here Migri did open 1 spade, which is pretty light, even if they play a light opening style, because this aceless hand with 3 jacks does not come to a full 11.
Well, let me put it this way: if you're opening 1 spade and you're thinking, well, Sam might duplicate that 1 spade opening bid at the other table, you've probably opened light.
Well, no, that's too strong for your 1 spade bid, isn't it? Not
it's close between 1 spade and 1 no trump because of the poor texture and control counts. I can see a case for opening at 1 spade. Certainly vulnerable, it would be a 1 spade opening bid because of the only 2 control.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to me that Ron passed over 1 spade.
I don't understand that at all.
I would have fallen into the trap of bidding 2 hearts.
Why is it a trap?
I was being ironical.
Oh.
I would have bid 2 hearts.
Well, you'd be playing the same. No, actually, he did better. If he'd bid 2 hearts, Yoko might not have taken a joke. Yoko would have bid 2 no trump.
Oh, he definitely did better on this hand. I mean, here you want to buy the hand in 2 hearts.
If there was ever a hand that should be passing a semi forcing 1 no trump, that south hand is an example.
Exactly.
Except, 2 no trump will make, I think. Oh, wait a minute. 3. No, I'm sorry. 2 no trump would not make. 2 hearts is a good contract. Maybe Ron knows something we don't.
Yeah.
He had aces full and a flush. Maybe he was playing poker instead of bridge.
There doesn't seem to be anything to the play. Just get the kiddies off the street as fast as possible.
Exactly.
Defense can get a 3rd heart trick by playing on spades.
He could try to rough down 3-3 diamonds and pitch a spade on a diamond while they rough with potentially a very long trump. But There's no reason to do that.
You just don't do that. You make your contract.
Right. I'm guessing he's going to play trumps as quickly as possible.
After being as slow as possible, now he's going to be as quick as possible about playing the trumps.
Well, he's thinking about the hand. He's entitled. Bad form leading the 2 of hearts. If the hearts had been 5-1, it could have lost to the 3.
Maybe he played the king of hearts on the first round.
Which could be a
Covered the 10 with
singleton.
the king.
Which could be a singleton.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's possible.
He still has the option of winning the ace of clubs and playing diamond, diamond, diamond rough. But I don't think South's going to have 4 hearts to have passed 1-0 trump. Would they have popped up with the king from king 9 doubleton? Maybe. I mean, they're covering an honor with an honor. So yeah, sure they would. This is fine.
Well, if Andrew finds a diamond play, he will take the rest of the tricks. Oh no, he's just pitched a diamond, so he'll take all but 1. There it is, making 4.
Oh, wow. Huh. Andrew could have led either black suit and held.
Yep.
Declare cannot score a beer here because they can't rectify the counts.
Oh, he could arrange for the 7 of diamonds to be his last trick if he wanted. But it wouldn't be the last trick.
Right.
So no swing on 11. The last board hits the table in the open room. This is the deal. I think Sam's going to open one. Olivia's going to open 1-0 trump. And for all we know, that's, well, South's options over 1-0 trump could bid 2 hearts, which shows an invite with 4 or 5 hearts. Or they could try to sign off. I think South bids 2 hearts, North bids 2 spades over that, which is natural. And South could bid it. South would certainly bid again, but if South just decides to sign off with 2 diamonds puppeting 2 hearts to sign off anywhere.
Is there some reason you don't just use relatively normal methods of the 1-0 trump?
Yeah, so we put the game forcing relay at 2 clubs. All the sign offs are bundled at 2 diamonds.
Oh.
And then things higher than 2 diamonds are invitation or different flavors of invites, basically. Well,
So,
3 clubs and higher are game forcing.
So if you have to, I mean, what do you do with a 3 count where the opponents might start doubling you, and you're trying to scramble out?
If I don't have a long suit, I just pass.
And just let them double you? But that seems.
Well, I mean, I could psych a run out. I could psych a 1-suiter, but I mean, my experience is they often don't double you. They just let you play 1-0 trump and beat you 3 or 4.
Oh, really?
And if I run out without a long suit of my own, I could bury partner's long suit. We could play the wrong strain.
Oh, that's true. You're more likely to have a long suit for partner than most people.
I mean, especially vulnerable. All the 11s are required to have a 5-card suit. Sam just signed off in hearts, which seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do opposite a weak no trump.
No, well, with your methods, you don't have any choice. But if you're playing a normal 2-way stamen type of structure, South would bid 2 clubs.
Yeah. And then you'd have to decide. I mean, if I could do that, I'd bid 2 clubs, and I would certainly at least invite game, if not bid it, if partner bid hearts. But I wouldn't be as enthusiastic when partner showed 4 spades.
So why do you make the game the game forcing hand 2 clubs rather than 2 diamonds? Do you really need this extra step?
Sorry, I had to mute the spam call from on the phone. What were you asking, Kit?
Why do you make the game forcing relay 2 clubs rather than 2 diamonds? Do you really need the extra step?
Because he wanted to put in all these 5-4 hands with 5-card majors and even 5-4 in the majors. He wants to be in the trump.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
So
can.
he needs the room.
You won't have the room if you make it 2 diamonds. It's true.
Yeah, it was a partnership discussion where I voted to not have both majors in 1-0 trump with 5-4 and or 5-card majors with any side 4-card suit in 1-0 trump, and he voted to put them in there, and the vote was 1-1, so he won.
Okay, that makes sense.
Our partnership has had a number of such votes. That is why it is the Dinkin Diamond. There is some chance that we will move in the future to a strong no trump and bumping the range of 1 diamond when it's balanced. That's something that's on the table for discussion. And just putting more balanced hands into 1 club. So East West made their 9 tricks in spades on board 15.
Yep.
So Chris and Amber have not attempted to get to 4 hearts on 13, which was the game where Ron just bashed it at the other table. And
So I'm curious. So Sam passed the opening 1 club there on board 13 and
yeah,
13.
which is
What's that
it's a
all
little
about?
scary because partner could have like 5-5 in the majors to open 1 club.
So he was just taking a position for some reason, or maybe that hand's awkward to handle.
It is awkward to handle. The system bid, I think, is 1-0 trump. His options over 1 club. He could bid 1 diamond, which would be game forcing, and a heart and a spade would be natural and non-forcing, and 2 clubs would be invitational hand and stamen line.
Well,
And then
so
2
this is
diamonds is to play.
pretty impressive. Olivia knows he has to have at least 4 clubs, so she can now comfortably rebid 3 clubs. And in essence, his pass was a club raise.
Right. But it could have worked out very badly if Olivia had both majors.
Yeah, no, I realize that. So
I would have tended to bid 1-0 trump over 1 club.
So 3 clubs might or might not survive here.
And 1 spade wouldn't have been a crime against humanity, although I really hate bidding 3-card suits.
How's he going to do in 3 clubs? I mean, he's going to have to guess the clubs, it looks like.
Let's see, he has.
She, I guess she's the Claire, isn't she?
7, 8. So looks like you need to do something with the diamonds, maybe.
Well, you certainly set up the diamond.
I mean, you could, if the clubs broke more humanely, you could just take 9 tricks by roughing a heart in your hand and losing a spade and 3 diamonds. Or just by drawing trumps and losing a spade and 3 diamonds.
Oh no, she's going after diamonds right away, which is
yeah. You have to lose them sooner or later, so why not sooner?
I mean, Amber just has to. I mean, she's going to have to play a spade at some point.
Oh yeah, well she'll play a spade probably now.
I would think.
And if the spade finesse was winning, then you could basically win a spade, pitch another spade on the king of hearts. Well, when Amber leads a spade, you play low, so.
Spade finesse is winning. You're just going to take a million tricks. But when it loses,
well, I mean, plus I think on the bidding, I think the issue is, you know, you're going to play Amber to have 4 clubs, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
Oh, really? That's a strange play.
Well, now Declare can make through a number of ways without any hard guesses anymore.
Well, it declares it's going to set up the diamonds and claim.
Well, I mean, if she plays another club, declares going to make four. I mean, just the rest of the track. You know, she's going to lose a diamond. Declare she'll lose another diamond and claim. Last chance to play a spade.
Well, she now knows the diamonds situation when partner played the queen. So spades looks pretty obvious.
I would think.
Well, they'll get their spade trick anyway, eventually.
Uh,
I mean, where's it going?
on diamonds.
What are we going to draw 4 rounds of trump?
Well,
Not
no, I
before
mean,
we run the
well, no,
diamonds.
but I mean, actually, with this trump lead, he even has. Yeah, I mean, he even has. She has to play a spade right now to get one.
Why? You know, Declare's got 4 club tricks, 2 diamond tricks is 6. The spade
Fine.
trick is 7, and 2 heart tricks are 9. That's all.
If she leads a club right now, he wins in hand, roughs a heart high, draws trumps, and plays a diamond and claims.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
If she leads a heart, he roughs, draws trumps, plays a diamond, and claims. She has to play a spade right now to get one.
That is true.
But I mean, I'm trying to put myself in her position. I mean, you know, to quote the Princess Bride, not playing the spade here seems inconceivable.
Well, not playing it on the previous round was sort of surprising. Here she knows basically the whole hand, I think.
So if Sam is balanced in this position, he's supposed to have exactly 14 high card points.
Okay, she has played a spade.
And I think she
Yeah.
can count them.
So we're back to making 3.
It's either Sam has the king jack of spades or Sam has the king of hearts.
So disappointing for them to lose 3 imps on this board, finding the 3 club contract. That gets things over with quickly.
Yeah.
Olivia is too young to drink, but can score a beer here. You're down by 160 imps. There could still be something worth playing for.
And she's going to.
She's doing it.
She cashed the
Playing
king of
it out
hearts.
to make sure.
She cashed the king of hearts for no reason to pitch the ace of spades. So, well, she was getting the beer anyway. Okay.
So the defense at the other table never took their spades, allowing Declare to take 10 tricks and hearts. And Sam has opened 1-0 trump as predicted, rather than the 1 spade that was opened at the other table, but it's close. And West is showing a single major. I kind of like almost bidding 2-0 trump here, leaving Sol to bury their major before they find it with the north hand. I mean, imagine if you held the east hand. This is sort of problem you give them, because if you have a hand like the east hand, you can make game if partner's major is spades, but you want to be done with partner's hearts.
But partner's major isn't spade.
Well, not today.
No,
But
partners majors never spades if North is bidding 2-no trump.
I've seen a number of hands where partner, you were 4-2 or 4-1 in the majors, and partner's major was your 4-card suit. And
Yeah,
they
I
did
mean, I
vary
would
it by
say,
bidding leave and
I think
solve.
never is an overbid. Just
It's
almost never.
It's almost, I mean, if North is not even trying, unless North has hearts for the 2-no trump bid, partner has hearts.
Well,
So
if you could have 4 hearts and a 6-card minor. I think it's really important though when they bid, make a call that shows a major but undefined. That if you can get above 2 of a major, that you do so immediately. You don't sit around and wait for the major.
Well, I mean, I've been playing this convention for 30 years, and I don't think I've ever had that problem.
It only seems to happen to my teammates, that problem.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's, you know, one of the features of the method is that the opponents almost have to tell you what partner's major is if they're doing any bidding.
Well, I tell everyone I mentor, if you have any chance of bidding 2-no Liebensal when they bid 2 diamonds showing either major, just do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Vary
I know before when we, played, 2 clubs showing someone suitor, then I've had the problem. But knowing that partner's 1 suitor is a major really cuts down on the danger. That was actually the main reason we switched.
Well, I mean, a trump lead here can do nothing but, I was going to say enhance declare's chances of taking 10 tricks, with the east hand hidden. But I mean, North, who is trying to beat 2 hearts, is going to shift to spades.
I would say it speeds up the play.
Right.
Oh, that 9 of hearts though is not the recommended card.
That looks like a misclick.
I don't.
How can it ever be right? We do
third
we do
hand nearly high.
Third hand middle.
Third hand high. It's
Third
not like,
hand mostly almost high.
I mean, if dummy had 10 of hearts, yeah, then maybe, but dummy doesn't. This is just a misclick, that's all.
Well, Sam is unblock the king of hearts so partner can win the next one.
At least I think it's a misclick. Is there any holding where it could gain?
I don't think so.
I don't see one.
Is there any chance you place the jack of clubs trying to establish partners? Club. Does it go through declares queen of clubs?
Oh dear.
So this may actually make 5.
Yep.
And a beer.
5 only? No, it makes making 6.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, making 6, I think.
Wow. So what looked like an imp to Dinkin is 2 imps to Rosenthal.
All right, and the last chance to be a hero has arrived in the closed room.
And while we're waiting for this, how many sets do we expect to continue? I asked this yesterday. I know there hasn't been progress really in recovering into this set.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back.
So in the past, Sam is not the type of person to turn down an opportunity to play bridge against expert level competition. He just enjoys playing. Now, in a situation where he would be sitting out and the match is already decided, I would imagine that he would consider conceding in that situation. And given that he's made it all the way to the finals of this event, it may be a different situation where he does consider conceding. If this was, we were down by about 200 to Rosenthal and played the last set in the Open. So.
Fair enough. I was thinking if I was Sam, which, obviously I'm not, I would want to play against these guys too. Even if I'm getting smacked, I'd still want the experience, and the opportunity to play more bridge against them.
So, and Olivia clearly is still learning the system. So he may just take the opportunity to play himself and Olivia the rest of the way. in order to get their boards in. I think that he would definitely consider surrendering if he was sitting. And the rest of the team voted to surrender.
Or maybe, as we mentioned yesterday, if this weren't the final and it was going to affect what happened tomorrow, then you might have a different consideration.
Right. And he is not playing in either the seniors or the women's events, which are starting next. So that's not a consideration for him. I don't think their opponents are playing in the senior. Maybe Migri might be playing in one of those. I'm not sure which members of the opposing team would have an entry into the senior events. It wouldn't shock me if Rosenthal did. I'll check. Teams entered in the seniors. So Rosenthal's not entered in the seniors.
This board is going to be a push. So we are looking at the final score.
Kid's playing in the seniors, though.
Migri is not entered in the women's teams, and neither is Olivia, as far as I can tell.
Only 4 teams are in the women's.
Yep, there it is. So this board's going to be a push.
Well, and I guess they're winning this event, so it wouldn't matter if they were entered. They'd have to bow off the team, because once you qualify, you're not allowed. I believe the rule is you're no longer allowed to play for another spot on a different team.
I think it's slightly more complex. I think if you win the Open, you're not allowed to. I think if you win 2 others, you have to declare ahead of time which one you pick or something. But yeah. That's it for the segment. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Folks, thank you very much. Enjoyed it.
As you can see, we have a bunch of time left on the clock for this round. Conceivably, they'll start early, but otherwise, the next round starts at 1:45 East Coast time.
Okay, everybody, thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to the senior starting tomorrow. For now.
Thanks, Jeff. Special thanks to Mike for explanation on the Dinkin Diamond details.
Yeah.